Sorry it's all over the joint, but how did I do the eyebrows on this? Skulls are cool, they stop your head caving in. It's not going to work now, this is embarrassing. What do you reckon? B-rod wheel on the old Area 51? Hey guys, welcome back to DMAC Customs on the YouTube channel. Haven't really got much going on at the moment. I've got seagulls that just won't shut up. Hey, shut up! Oh, okay, they weren't listening, but yeah, so don't know what I'm going to do in this video. I've got lots and lots of little things to do, and I still need to have a big clean up in this garage so I can make up some space to put everything when I pull this apart again, which is getting close, but I'm dragging my heels on it a bit. So yeah, been doing a little bit of yard work and some water blasting. So bought a water blaster, or a pressure washer as some folk call them. I picked up this Kratcher water blaster last week off the marketplace, and yeah, works quite good. Been doing the driveways and paths and stuff. Skulls are cool, they stop your head caving in. A week or so ago I had a question in the comments, which doesn't happen very often, but it happened, and so exciting times. Chap Elvis was asking how I went about doing how did I do the eyebrows on this. So I'll have a bit of an explanation, then find something else to do. Okay, so I haven't really gone into any detail on this, I don't think, in any previous videos, but what we've got going on here is 56 Chev headlight bezels. Now, they pretty much fit over the top of the 51 headlight buckets. One little fixing point there. There wasn't one up the top there, obviously, so I had to make that. So how I went about doing this was I just screwed the bezel on before I did any of this. Screwed it into place, and then I made a wire frame that runs through here, like it just runs across here like that. Oh, with those birds, shush. So I created a wire frame, then I had to mirror it and match it up on both sides, tack those into place with the headlight bezel, the 56 bezel in situ. Then I started with creating this inside structure first, welded all that into place before I did the top part, and that was, I've got a photo or two I think of that process, so I'll add them into this little video. So I welded those all from inside here, from the top, so it's easier to clean up the welds and stuff, and rather than trying to get in here and weld up under here next to the bucket. Oh my god, those seagulls. Hey, yeah. And then there I sort of etch primed inside there, just put some black etch and some seam sealer around all the inside of the welds, and I think you can see that in the photo, maybe one photo I've got of that. Once I'd done that, I'd done both sides, I made up a cardboard template because I wasn't sure how far up I needed it to go to get this kind of natural drop down on the 51's front guard. So I played around with bits of cardboard, made up a template, trimmed it all to how I wanted it to fit, sticky taped it all on there and stood there and stared at it for however long, and then just cut that out of steel and basically just rolled it over my knee to get the curves, and then just massaged it into place and welded it all on. So it was pretty straightforward. I think quite a cool embellishment to the front rather than doing Frenched headlights. I didn't really want to do your old standard, you know, weld the trim ring on and have it all removable from the inside and stuff like that. Not really a big fan of them. I don't really know why. I think they kind of look a little bit bug-eyed. I don't know, makes the lights look a little bit too small. I don't know, there's just not enough chrome on the front or something like that. So that's why and how I did those eyebrows on the old headlights. Could have zip cutted them and butt welded and that. I haven't. There's actually still a cavity inside there. Once I got these guards off and ready to paint, I might drill like a tiny hole in there and squirt some rust preventative stuff in there just to make sure it's all sealed up and whatnot on the inside there. And then we'll just do a bit of body filler magic to smooth out that little swage on the guard there. Yeah, so there you are. That's how they were done. Hopefully I can find the photos of the process. I did take some, but not heaps of this part of the 51's embellishment treatment. So anyway, here you have it. So also went to a swap meet last week and I won a little drain thing and some stop leak shit, sponsored by Ford, and some little LED lights and whatnot. But also, more importantly, is that I picked up this brand new LS2 style water pump, which will hopefully alleviate my fears of my thermostat housing not sealing properly on the old LS1 style water pump with this little swivelly jobby there. So that's good. Actually bought that off one of our club members. Didn't know he had it, but he's doing an LS stuff with a Impala wagon, I think. Never actually laid eyes on that project, but yeah, he's been toiling away with it for years. But he had that sale, so I bought it off him anyway. So that saved me bringing one in or buying one elsewhere. So got it for a good price. But yeah, so I've got my little stash room in here of where I hide everything, well, hide other stuff, and there's all sorts of parts and crap in here that I need to get into and sort out what I don't need and have a bit of a clean up. Got my clips, extra clips. I might chuck those on the old back seats, you know, get rid of the zip ties and twist it up TIG wire. And yeah, I've got to get some cleaning up going on so I can make some space and make some sense out of all these parts. I've got parts for the 51 scattered everywhere. We've got tons of parts for the old Morris over there scattered everywhere as well. Morris stuff's all largely over there and a little bit underneath the 51, but the 51 stuff's in the cabinets and in the cupboards, and yeah, so I need to have a clean up so I can make some space to put some stuff when I pull it all out of here. Like all this stuff's all got to come back out again, and I got to have somewhere to put it when I blow this thing apart, start getting it ready to paint. So yeah, have a bit of a tidy up, might do some, have a crack with these clips, and yeah, get into it from there. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, give us a little subscribe and tick a like or something like that. I don't know, just do it. It's not hard, please. Thanks. Now when this car's finished, I'm going to have all the space in the world, and when that one's finished we'll have even more. So yeah, there we have it. Do some tidying up, maybe chuck some little clippy things on the old Area 51 seat because I got those. Okay, so haven't done anything I just talked about, but I did have play around with these saw blades over there and just sort of gave them a bit of a scuff back and chucked a bit of just Geelong clear, or I don't know what you guys might call it, but it's just 1K clear, just clear and thinners, that stuff, no hardener, nothing like that. It's just 1K stuff, one pot, one mix. So just to seal them up, because I've got some brushes coming on the water at the moment. I want to kind of give them a run on those and just see what birds, see what I can do with on those. I don't know. So if you've got any suggestions of what you want to see painted on those saws, down below in the comments section. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and do something else now. Hey guys, so a week or so later, I haven't really done much other than had a bit of a tidy up in the garage over there, not so much over here. But got a bunch of little jobs I'm going to do on the 51, they're just little jobs that need to be doing and probably going to take me ages. One of them is to do with the fuel flap upgrade that I did, and in some respects it's a bit of a pain because it can hold water in the future, sort of thing. So I'm going to make a little drain for it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we got this little doodad here that got fitted into the 51, but like water can get in if you wash it or if it's raining or whatever. So I'm going to make a little drain hole there, so I can put a hose on it so it can drain out there somewhere, somehow. You know what I'm saying? So that way, you know, it just won't, because I'm going to seal that all up, and I don't really want water running down the inside of the wall, but I don't want that to fill up with water and stuff as well. I need some way for it to get out. So got a little bit of tube here like that. Doesn't have to be big, just needs to be enough that you can get water out, sort of thing. This is stainless, but I just noticed I've got some fuel line Bundy tube up there that I could use as well. It's a little bit bigger. Forgot about that. And Buddhas and old dead welding helmets. So I could use some of that stuff maybe instead. I don't suppose it really, what's that hose? I don't know what that is. Don't suppose it really makes a lot of difference, but what I want to do is sort of kind of weld it, fix it in there in some way so it's flush with the inside of that fuel filler upper cavity thing. I can't remember the name of the brand of it. I got it from Summit Racing ages ago. So that's my plan. I'm going to do something with that, but let me figure out what I'm going to do. Whether I use some of that, I don't know, but I've got to kind of weld it in or fix it in somehow, glue it in. I don't know. I don't think I've got any glue that would sort of hold it, because I want it to be quite robust, so it needs to be welded, I think. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, after a terrible start, first thing I did was drill a pilot hole and managed to snap my little magnetic lock thing. So now it won't sit in there, so I'm going to have to figure out a new catch for this now. Good times. Yeah, I just sort of thought I'd toast it a bit more for good measure. Dag nabbit. What a dipshit. Yeah. Good times. Yeah, anyway, so not a great way to start today. I have nothing to say really, other than nothing. It's just not there. So, but anyway, I'm going to use a bit of this stuff, since I had an offcut about kind of the right length, so I'm going to put that in the hole, kind of like so.
So I just really got to tack that on there. So that is my drain, I think, maybe. And then make sure it's nice and flush on the inside. Oh, there's a big gougey stuff. How am I going to get that? Die grinder, maybe. Yep. Alright, fits through the hole. Yeah, so I'll just put a few little tacks on that to hold that. Just got to figure out where I want to route it. Thinking I was going to run something parallel down with the hoses and stuff, but I don't actually think I need to. I could actually just run it straight down through under there somewhere, just run a straight pipe, keep it completely separate from the rest of the fuel rubber pipes and stuff like that. Yeah, might do that. So that's my little drain put in there, and I guess the reason I put it away from the panel is I might still need to do some hammering and panel work against all these backsides of these welds. Also, I'm going to have to attach some kind of sealant rubber stripping in that between that kind of bit of the boot floor and the sheet metal, the rear quarter, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you can see this on the camera. So there's my little drain hole from the top. Bit of a gap there, but I'm going to run some seam seal around on the inside to deal with that, and then it'll get flushed out and smoothed out stuff probably. But pretty gutted I broke that catch, but I still don't know what to say about that other than it bummed me out, pissed me off, annoyed me. But yeah, little drain hole, check. Not sure what I want to do now, but might do those little clips on the rear springs, rear seat stuff. Maybe do that. So yeah, hopefully I won't destroy anything and make some more little jobs for me, because now I have to find one of those little magnet catches, a little plunger type magnet catch that'll fit that. It's really hard to drill holes into stuff into there with it's all welded in place. But yeah, wouldn't buy another one of those. I liked the idea at the time, but yeah, not really made for real world use, I think. And they're kind of weak. I walked into it once and bent the crap out of it, so it doesn't fit right anymore anyway. So. Okay, so onto clipping up, replacing all my zip ties, and I'm not undoing all the hog rings because that's just a whole nother battle. But these are the little clippy things I got for kind of emulating the factory ones like this. Yeah, but I haven't got the right tool for doing it, so this is how I'm doing it. Have I got these out of the way enough? I've got to get rid of that. That's got to go on. This is how vice grips Oh, wrong ones. Pterodactyl vice grips. Oh. Let's get the centre one bent over with the pterodactyl vice grips, and just the normal T-Rex goes on. Just got to kind of get it started. Once you get it started, it pulls over all good. And then you can give them a good squeeze up. This one is just doesn't want to play, but there we go. Then crikey. So as you can see, without the right tool, this is going to take quite some time. Ta-da! 14 hours later, clip on. All my hog rings that I put on the other week, they're kind of not really the right product for this part of the job, so if they're particularly wiggly, I'm taking them off. If they're quite tight, I'm just leaving them because they're quite tight. So yeah, there we have it. That's what I'm doing. And I've got to go all the way across here and back through underneath and stuff to so I'll be a while. Back later. Right, damn birds, this means war. Coming for you. So those birds that were making a hoo of a racket before, don't think they appreciated being told to shut up, so they carpet bombed my Jeep. I don't think that was very cool of them, but they did it anyway. Nowhere to be seen now though, are they? Cowards. Dirty rats. Flying rats. Glad elephants don't fly. Okay, so that's the top row of clips done. Man, that takes a long time doing it by hand without the proper tools. I'm not going to be doing this every day, so I don't need to own the proper tool for this particular job. It took so long that those birds that we've been at war with have now died of old age. I just got to turn it over and do all the backside stuff. I only had 2 to do on the base, so that was good. That was a win. No blood blisters yet. Oh, I am bleeding from somewhere. Anyway, getting there is what I'm trying to say. I have been taking off the hog rings that I put on, except for the ones down this end, because I only decided to do it when I was halfway through it, as always. So I'll take those off, flip it over to the other side. This is how these like 3 thinged clips come. What are they called? I don't know, it doesn't actually say. But anyway, this is how they come. They look like they're set up for like a fully automatic like machine for like going without having to do it this my way. But now that I've only got a couple left to go, I have actually figured out a slightly Sunday traffic, slightly more efficient way of doing it, which kind of now I'm going to get to this bit here where it's got a bar in the way, and I'll show you how I do this slightly more efficient way. It's not really that much more efficient, but it is kind of. So let's see if we can get a good camera shot without me getting my big mitts in the way. But this is how I start it. Now start it with the pterodactyl clips as I did before, and just get that side one going over, give that a bit of a pinch down and grab. Of course now this bar here is in the way. All these other ones work really well without the bar in the way. Then you kind of grab hold of it the other way. It's not going to work now, this is embarrassing. There we go, getting there now. And then Can hold it with that one. Okay, this is just not going how I imagined it in my head. I did all these ones like really nicely, and now this one's just not going my way. You just kind of got to get a grip on it and get it going over like that. And then remove the old hog ring that I put on there the other week, and the cable tie. Save the planet. Ta-da, like that. See? Oh, missed that hog ring there. Overall, it sort of neatened them up quite a bit and pulled them into line, whereas like they were like this before with the cable ties all over the joint, but it's kind of like tidied them up, wouldn't you say? Okay, so there we have it. All reclipped. I put a second one on here because it was a bit like on the piss. So that's that little job done. Tick off the list. Yeah, it's now just got like heaps of like cut bull rings and hog rings all over the floor. So yeah, here it is, those little extra job done on those seat frames, and now I'll just put them back in the car for now until I figure out where I'm gonna stash them later. Job done. Right. Oh, if anyone's interested, I bought these clips off the Amazon from, I don't know, from Amazon. They're a 40 pack upholstery stay wire clips for sofa, couch, chair, spring repair. Includes instructions, connector. Yeah. Anyway, I bought those off Amazon. The part number is X002DO9ZGV. Yeah, okay, so if you ever need any of those, you can buy them on the old Amazon website. Use some pterodactyl clips, T-Rex vice grips, and pterodactyl vice grips, and some side cutters. Job done. But it's pretty punishing on the hands, as usual, on this seat frame stuff. I don't know what it is, but anyway, so clean up. Oh, you can see space, sort of, not a lot. Been all over the place, jumping around, doing all sorts of little things and whatnot. Just stalling, really, stalling on the big project, you know. What do you reckon? B-rod wheel on the old Area 51? Yeah, big round bulby tyres like that. External discs. It'll look good. I'm just kidding. I'm not putting that sort of thing on. Come on, really. Thanks for watching if you watched this far. Sorry it's all over the joint, but yeah, I don't really know like what I'm going to do next. I've got to start pulling this apart. I've made some room in my little storage closet thing back there to house some pieces, some of all the smaller stuff can go back in its boxes and get stashed away until we're ready to start putting this thing back together. Yeah, so all this got to come out, got to polish up those things, all sorts of stuff. There's so much left to do, and yeah, so if you haven't subscribed already, it'd be cool if you did. Don't be scared, doesn't cost you anything. Well guys, I'm going to leave it at that for this video on the Area 51 update-ish, sort of all over the place, but got a couple of things checked off the list and added a new one on. Yeah, I just sort of thought I'd toast it a bit more. The magnetic latch thing, yes, now I have to track one of those down and buy one, and it's only 2 screws that hold it on, but can I get exactly the same thing? I have no idea at this point. Yeah, so don't know what I'm going to do next. Probably going to start, actually I probably will start pulling some of this stuff apart, like all the stuff that I've bolted in. Now I've got to unbolt it and put it all away, but I have made some room for that in the little back room in the garage here, and I've cleared a bit of space
over here we've taken some stuff to the tip. Yeah, thanks for watching as always. If you haven't subscribed, get on to that, it's not hard. And until next time, take it easy, peace. Those birds are gone now.